Today is September 20th, 2018, the memorial of St. Andrew and the Korean martyrs. Today we're in Paris and we're going to be heading over to Rue de Bac, that is St. Catherine Laboure. We'll also be seeing the remains of St. Vincent de Paul and have an opportunity today, our last day on this pilgrimage, to pray. When you come upon a day like today, the final day of a pilgrimage, there truly is a sadness in knowing that we're going to have to take our leave of one another. But the great thing about being a Christian is we know that we'll always be connected spiritually. I'm sure many of your parishes, they celebrate the Miraculous Medal novena. Today we're going to the place where that novena began. We have another talking elevator.
Ouverture des portes, rez-de-chaussée.
Just a late evening.
Yeah.
Well, what's late for some people? For me, it's like 9:30 is late.
You write it off.
That's the way I do.
Okay, that's...
We're making our way over to Rue de Bac, the Miraculous Medal Church, and believe it or not, we've run into traffic. I know it's hard to believe, but there's a little bit of traffic here in Paris. Good thing we have Juan Carlos on Google Maps here, because without Google Maps, we would be lost. Now, if you've watched the movie The Way, this guy was in it. This guy right here. We have a new bus and a new driver, but the same problems of traffic. So after enjoying a nice traffic-filled ride, we finally made it here to the Miraculous Medal Church, Rue de Bac.
Photos during the mass. Yes, that's the most important.
We have arrived here, and we're under pressure now because we were supposed to start at 9:30, and it's after 9:30, so we're going to go say Mass. All right, so we've just finished saying our Holy Mass here at the church where St. Catherine Laboure's body is. We're about to go out and reverence her body and say prayers. She is an incorrupted saint. At the Miraculous Medal Shrine here in Paris, we've had an opportunity to venerate the incorrupt body of St. Catherine Laboure. It was before her body that I offered your intentions today.
Then she has another vision, and then Our Lady shows her the model of this medal. And so here you have one side, the M of Mary, of course, and then the cross rooted in the M of Mary, and then 12 stars around, and the two hearts, the heart of Jesus and the heart of Mary. And so rays coming out of the hands of Our Lady, and Our Lady is standing on the globe, the earth globe, and it says, we have as a particular prayer here, O Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us.
We pause for a moment here now as we are in Rue de Bac with St. Catherine Laboure, and we offer all of our prayers, all of our petitions to her. O Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to thee.
It's Vincent who founded the Order of the Fathers of the Mission.
St. Vincent de Paul, body's in wax. Is he incorruptible? Incorruptible?
No.
Okay.
He has been, after his death, for a while incorrupt. 20 years after, because for his canonization. But then, and so there was nothing wrong, and then they read here, and then
We are now in the Church of St. Vincent de Paul, and we have had an opportunity to come here and to reverence his relics. Note too especially that all your prayers and intentions have been placed before the great St. Vincent de Paul. St. Vincent de Paul, pray for us.
the Eiffel Tower is of course the emblem of Paris.
So as part of our city tour here, we're stopping to see the Eiffel Tower, 1,000 feet tall. Magnificent structure, beautiful thing. We're not going to have any time to go up the tower or to spend any time visiting the tower other than just this brief photo stop.
I hope so. I tried to.
Did you aim it that way?
Yeah, I mean, there was glare, but
Is that where he went?
That's where he went to touch it.
Those gypsies are right up here. You guys want to go see them?
no, that's okay.
They're just right there, and they're all asking them to do this, and there's confusion going on.
No, we've disembarked from the bus and we're heading over to Notre Dame Cathedral. Okay, the light's green, we can cross.
Only the towers, the square on the corner and the three circular ones in between it's 19th century. And the tower on the corner, the square one has a clock.
So one of the relics that they have here at the Notre Dame Cathedral is the crown of thorns from Jesus Christ.
And they call it the Sea of Wisdom.
And then above us, you see it when we go the other way, you have the southern window, and the southern window has warm colors and has in the center Christ and saints. Oh, no, and then Thomas adds, I don't believe it unless I can put my finger in his wounds. And then he says, my Lord and my God. So our crown of thorns, and we venerate it, as I say, it says over the first Friday of the month. And then here we have starts with the visitation. So Mary visits her cousin, and then the birth in Bethlehem, and so on. The king, the Magi.
Well, we just had probably the quickest whirlwind tour of Notre Dame Cathedral here in Paris. It's a beautiful place, lovely place, but unfortunately there's just not enough time in the day to do all that we want to do. Paris is quite the big city, and we had the whirlwind tour of the city today, stayed mostly on the bus. Now we're having a little shopping break.
Yeah, you can find some here.
Yeah, why would you?
Hey, that was extraordinary. Notre Dame is unbelievable. It's about the greatest cathedral I've ever seen. I think it might be the greatest cathedral, period. Except maybe the Basilica in Rome.
And now you forgot which Salamanca is a stunning cathedral. And I like it today because it was quieter. It wasn't so crowded. This is nothing.